Welcome back, everybody, to the Backstage Boys podcast, episode number 90, Basil.
Ooh,
90.
we're in the 90s.
We're in the 90s. 10 more to 100.
That's like, what, 6 months away?
Shit, yeah. Yeah, but 90 is an accomplishment. I think we did a pretty good job getting to 90 episodes. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So 90 episodes of BSB have taken place thus far, almost 100. So, yeah, I'm excited to get to that. But we're here. Basil and Trent. Oh my God, I didn't do our thing. This is Trent, my co-host.
Basil.
And we're here to talk about. We got a slew of topics. We had AAW Take No Prisoners. We had AEW's Blood and Guts that we were each at respectively. Power Rangers, Hyper Chillers, all sorts of shit. So we'll talk.
We got a stacked episode for you guys, and we know it's kind of late, but we have lives.
I want to start off with the Hyper Chiller. I want to talk about that.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So you got this device called a Hyper Chiller. Here he's drinking out of it right now. This is a coffee.
This is just a thermos.
Okay. What do I talk about? Do you have the Hyper Chiller with you?
I can grab it.
I grabbed the Hyper Chiller.
I'll grab it right now.
All right. So here's this new deal, guys. It's called a Hyper Chiller. It literally takes hot coffee and ices it within like minutes. And Basil and I are big iced coffee, nitro brew type people. So this was cool for us. So literally cool. So he got one. I said, you test it out and you let me know if it's worth buying, because I would love to buy this, and if it's worth buying. So yeah, he tested it. He bought it before we went on the show. He said it's worth it.
This was a TikTok trend that I saw. I saw it on TikTok, and I saw the idea, and it was so simple. So this is how it looks like. It's this giant plastic thing. So it's kind of frozen right now because I put it back in the freezer.
So you do have to freeze it. Tell me the
You have to freeze it. So this is there's nothing that goes into this. This just holds everything together. This is the outside plastic part.
Okay. And
then inside there's two of these compartments. So let me see if I can undo it because it's really frozen right now.
It sounds fantastic. I really want
So check this out. This is where the coffee will actually be, is this second chamber.
So it's not much though. It's like
no. And then this is this inner chamber you put water into.
Mm-hmm.
You put water into this. This is why you need to freeze it, because this becomes a solid block of ice.
All right.
This second chamber screws out, and then you put everything back in together like this, so it's easy to hold. So you're not touching a frozen piece of metal. And then you pour your coffee into this top part over here.
Hot coffee poured into it.
You pour hot coffee. There's a little slit in here. You pour the hot coffee in there. You let it sit in there for like 3-4 minutes. You stir it around like this every once in a while. Then it has this little spout where you can pour out the coffee. You pour it into like a thermos. I got my mom's really bright thermos right now because mine are in the dishwasher at the moment.
Okay.
And you just pour it in there. You pour it over a little bit of ice. You can put whatever flavorings, creams, or whatever you want in there, and yeah, you're good to go. So it was like $25 on Amazon, and absolutely I've used it every single day.
Dude, I need to get this.
It's worth it. It's 100% worth it. If you like drinking iced coffee, but the issue is you hate diluting hot coffee with ice and then getting it super diluted, and then you have to put more ice because the original ice just makes it warm. This is a way so it stays strong and it's delicious. So
I need to get that. I need to buy.
It is called the Hyper. It's called the Hyper Chiller.
We are now sponsored by Hyper Chiller.
Hyper Chiller. It's 100% worth it.
Nice.
It's super easy to clean. Yeah, I absolutely love my coffee.
It's in my Amazon cart. But I was waiting till you proved it to me.
What Trent and I used to do before the pandemic. This is a while ago. Every Sunday we'd find a new coffee joint. And we're gonna get back to that.
We're gonna get back. Wait, before you continue, Basil, Lakers wants to know what I'm drinking right now. Sam Adams has entered into the non-alcoholic beer market, and I'm having Sam Adams non-alcoholic Just the Haze. Anyway, go on. The coffee days, man. I miss those.
Zach, the inner portions are dishwasher safe. I always recommend plastic hand washing it because the heat can always. I would assume it's dishwasher safe. Let me
I
see.
should order this live on the show.
It doesn't say. Yeah, just order it, dude.
I'm gonna do it right now. Keep talking.
Do it right now.
Keep describing it.
And then look at Matt with the hyperchiller.us.
Hyperchiller.us.
Matt, we're Amazon people over here. I like my shit in a day or two at most.
That's awesome.
Literally, if it won't come in 2 days, most of the time I won't order it.
$24.99. It's a #1 bestseller right now.
It's so good.
It's fantastic. All right, keep going. Keep describing that.
And I don't. I thought it wasn't gonna be. It wasn't gonna be worth it, and it was too much coffee, or it wasn't gonna be enough coffee. But I was surprisingly wrong, and I was very happy about that.
It is a good amount of coffee you're getting in that.
You know what? 12 ounces is actually plenty in my opinion, because once you mix it with a little bit more ice and then your creamer, you're fine.
All right, fair enough. Cool.
So
very cool. So you're
it's cheaper.
You're
it's cheap. It's way cheaper than going out and buying iced coffee.
Should I buy this Macho Man statue that I have in my Amazon cart that's been sitting here? Like, it's a really nice one, an eagle moss, and I don't buy toys.
Let me see it.
It's this Randy Savage like statue. It's really cool. Actually.
Dude, it's Macho Man. Just buy it.
My favorite guy. You know that. Look at that. It's a Macho Man.
Bro, just get it. Just get it. Get it with the hyper chiller. Treat yourself.
Treat myself.
Treat yourself, guys. Everybody in the comments, should Trent treat himself with the hyper chiller and a Macho Man figure today?
I'm also buying the DVD of the movie Ladybugs from 1992. It's in my cards. $5.
I can't wait till you learn how to torrent.
I don't want to torrent. I like physical media.
I know, but there's certain things that you just. I mean, to be fair, I did just spend $14 on a season of Power Rangers in space.
Yeah, you did.
So I really can't be talking.
Why am I buying this?
I'm not an impulse buyer. Leave me alone, Matt. Don't be judging me like that. He's judging me so hard because it's so true.
I'm ringing it up, man. I'm buying it, Basil.
Are you buying the figure?
I'm buying the figure.
Are you buying ladybugs?
I'm buying ladybugs, and I'm buying these little pads for my wrist for my laptop here as well, because I got I got some tendonitis going on.
Mark, what do you mean going to Nashville? Here you come. That's a close set still over there.
I am buying this right now, Basil, as we talk.
Attaboy.
Based on your...
Mark thinks he's gonna go to Skyway and start watching some Impact tapings over here.
I don't know about that, Marcus. I don't know if that's happening at Skyway.
I actually have I'm buying a really expensive Stone Cold figure this week.
Are you a figure?
It's a Stone Cold one that I was never able to get. It was a Defining Moments one, and it has all three versions of the World Heavyweight titles that Austin held. It has Winged Eagle that he won off of Shawn, that he was the last one to ever hold a Winged Eagle. Has the Big Eagle, the Attitude Era one, and the Smoking Skull. I
told you, I said this before, I hate the name Winged Eagle. And I'll tell you why. Because it's like, as opposed to what? A wingless eagle?
No. The reason why it's called the Winged Eagle is because that was the first belt that actually had wings that went off a plate. Oh. So the wings are very defined on that plate compared to most others. So gotcha. that's why the Attitude is called the Big Eagle, because it was gotcha. It was a big eagle in the circle. And how did I just hit my move goal sitting down?
It happens.
Is it because I went moving? I'm moving and I went to go get coffee.
You're moving sometimes.
I had a busy day today. So, but yeah, and then I don't even know what the hell I was talking about anymore. My brain is fried, guys. It's day 28 of Ramadan. So
almost over, Basil.
It's over on Wednesday. I'm not going to be able to celebrate with my family on Friday because I will be in Jacksonville, but I'm making it up. I'm taking my family out to Chamagacha on Friday. So
hey, that place rules, man.
Yeah, so we got a reservation on Friday. I'm taking them out. It's on me.
Good man.
Because I messed up Eid for everybody. So Mom was like, "You didn't ruin it." I was like, "Yeah, Mom, I ruined it. Leave me alone."
I break my mother's heart. I was raised in a Muslim household, but I kind of abandoned everything years back. But my mom, obviously wants me to still come over for the holidays. I will come over
You
and
have to.
I will. I have to on Saturday. My mom's doing an open house type of deal on Saturday. It's like she's gonna have everything laid out, food and blood and guts, man. It's gonna be everything, guns blazing at the house, and it's just like, come on in. Anybody can just come and go as they please.
Very nice.
Open house for Eid. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. But guys, we're gonna talk. We got a couple things going on. We got I had AAW's Take No Prisoners this past weekend. Basil had Blood and Guts last week. We were both on site for each one respectively, so we're gonna talk about those. Basil, I am now talent. Just so you know, I made my commentary debut.
Oh my god!
I sat in the place of the great Tyler Voles, and I tell you what, I walked in, I had my shirt on, and I saw Danny Dan. As I go, hey, I'm like, hey kid, why don't you carry my bag and my shirt for me? I'm talent. No, I don't carry my own bags. And he, to his credit, he took them, and he's like, oh, I better get that for you. And I was like, we just had a good laugh about it.
You're horrible.
But I tell you, I was talent. It was nice to be talent.
Was it?
It was interesting, man. It was definitely an interesting experience. We'll talk about it in a second. But I did order the Hyper Chiller, by the way. It's on its way.
Attaboy. And you got that Macho Man figure?
I did. I didn't need it. I got it.
We don't. None of us need any of these toys.
He's my guy.
I literally have. I have a shit
statue.
ton. I have a bunch of AEW figures up over there that I'm never gonna open.
It was a statue. It's like not even a figure. It's like a statuette. It's interesting.
This summer, this wall behind me will be filled. I have so much artwork from local Chicago artists over here.
Nice.
I have all these AEW figures. I have that Bound for Glory poster that's still behind me. I need to hang up all this stuff this year, and that's my project this summer.
There you go. Cool.
So.
What else? So let's talk. We'll go in order. You had Blood and Guts first. Let's talk about that.
So Blood and Guts was a very interesting dynamic. As everybody knows by now, the first 4 matches to Blood and Guts were taped at our previous taping, and and we told everybody, it's like, guys, just expect 1 match if you're coming to Blood and Guts live, and that's why because dude, we don't have. At Daly's place, we don't have anywhere to like hang the steel cage like we did for that
open air, yeah.
Yeah, like we did for the Cody Wardlow match. We didn't have there was nowhere to suspend the cage. And that cage took forever to set up. And it's a big cage, and it was an expensive cage. It wasn't like, I mean, we're used to some chintzy cages that we've seen.
Yeah.
The one, I will say, Merle's cage, really good. It was
Merle does a good cage.
It's old school, like WWF blue cage style, but not blue. And I actually liked it. We got some really good pictures from that Sammy Brody match a few years back.
Yeah, Merle's got good equipment, man. By the way, Merle, he'll talk about Take No Prisoners, but Danny owed Merle some extra cash after that match, that Freddie Ahai Mance Warner match.
Oh, you mean because the blood probably soaked through 8 layers?
Christ, the amount of blood, and then the guardrail that tore the fucking mat up, by the way. And
I'm gonna agree with Mark. The storyline for that, I don't think the execution 100% was there. I feel like there should have been a mic on Sammy, and a mic with MJF, because the live crowd didn't really hear it as well as the TV crowd. But in general, the storyline of it was fantastic because Sammy was the one who always proved his loyalty to Jericho, and Jericho's life was on the line. And Sammy is the one who said, yeah, I quit. We quit. So the Inner Circle would lose to the Pinnacle. And then MJF, being MJF, still pushes Jericho off the cell at the end. In my opinion, the match itself was fantastic. It was violent. There was a ton of blood in there. And then, so I was on the second level. Like, my job was to make sure, like, I was trying to shoot through the cage, and it was impossible. That far back, you can't shoot through the cage properly with how far back I had to be. And I'm
at the hard camera, right?
I'm at hard cam. And so me and Lee were texting each other during this main event because there's parts where we couldn't shoot, and we're just frustrated. I'm like, dude, this sucks. I can't get anything right now. I got a few good things on the entrances. And then, so when MJF was there. I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna go to the top. I'm just gonna go as high as I can. There has to be something that's gonna happen. I mean, it's a steel cage with a roof. Who isn't gonna use the roof? So I got up there, got the whole fight sequence between Jericho and Max, and it worked. It was fantastic in my opinion. And they even made a shirt on AEWshop.com
Of your photo
of MJF on the top. So if you guys want to get that shirt, go to AEWshop.com. Also pick up the Preston Vance shirt with the bloody shirt. So it's really cool to have already inspired have photos inspired 2 shirts already at AEW. It's fantastic. I love it there.
Cool.
We are a t-shirt company, guys. So
we're a t-shirt company. Gotta have those t-shirts.
T-shirts sell, bro. T-shirts are amazing. So yeah, that was Mark. That was my shot on top. All anything that was on top was me, because we had 3 photographers for that one match, and at most we typically have 2, but we needed it with the 2 rings. So it was very interesting. And then I had the shots that were for the other matches, because we would alternate rings to keep the rings balanced. So I was having to move in between and trying to find a spot that was leveled for both. So that was interesting and fun, but it was cool. I loved it. I mean, I feel like I've been doing so many important things this past year in wrestling, and I just can't even fathom. I'm gonna actually I'll pull up the I don't know if everybody has seen this shot yet.
Yeah, pull it up. Pull up, share it for anybody viewing.
Yeah. Hold on. So
let's take a look.
It's actually on my Instagram.
Is it? Did they post it anywhere? Are they social media?
Did.
For them?
Yeah. They've social media posted this. So
Yeah, we're gonna share it here.
Oh yeah, I'll share it in just a second. I have to go into the Dropbox because Instagram doesn't really share it that well.
Oh, okay, like the full version.
Yeah, it still keeps it small and then it compresses it. So
they all love the picture already, man. Even before you share, everybody's talking about it. They're already saying, "Damn, awesome, top shot."
Inner circle. Where is the shot at? I'm pulling it up right now, guys. So
it's coming. Yeah, I saw you sent it to me. It was badass. I was really impressed.
I'm gonna start screen sharing real quick. Screen share. I don't need to do anything with video on this.
No, just screen share. No audio needed.
Okay.
Here we go.
So I'll tell you what shots are.
So what's this now? This is LAX.
Yeah, that's Santana. Oh god, I don't want to print that. What did I do? Okay, it's going into the. There we go. Okay, so we got Santana. This was a good shot of mine, but yeah, this is all top of the cage.
All right.
That I got of them too. And then yeah, this is that shot right here.
Yeah.
And then this is some of the ringside stuff between Lee and Speedy. So like it was all hands on deck for this.
Do they have the cutouts? That doesn't look like they're in the cutout of the cage. Did they not have a cutout?
No, there was no cutout. We don't do cutouts.
It does not look like
the cutouts. Always threw me off at TNA. I'm not gonna lie.
In general, WWE does it too, right? Like I never like cutout because it's
WWE did like a professional cutout.
I was just like, why are you doing a cutout? Because you want to show the cage.
Yeah. But yeah, here's some more stuff from the top. And then I can't even remember this right here, man. Okay, so this is it right here. So it looked like he was looking right at me, which was fantastic. And then there goes Jericho.
That's a great shot. That's a really good shot.
There goes Jericho. And then yeah, this was the shot that they used for the t-shirt. And then this one right here.
Yeah.
So
his Facebook the next day was like, what did he say on Facebook? He was like, I'm broken.
He was like
I'm destroyed, but damn, I was worth it.
When he said the top of my head looks like Hamburger Helper.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Max doesn't get color much.
No, Max does not.
No, I mean he was a CZW champion, didn't even get
He's a CW champion who never bled, which is great. I always love that. I mean, Max is awesome, dude. He's such a. I mean, I posted on his he put some kind of post up like a week ago, and I told him, I said, one thing we always at AAW we still talk about how he were so, not to kill his character too much here, but he's one of the most hardworking guys and so damn respectful. He literally was so respectful to everybody coming in, and he was young.
Well, yeah, he's respectful to anybody who pays him.
Yeah, well,
he treats me like shit.
Well, you don't pay him. No, but you know, he treated everybody really, really well at AAW. He was so he was just, like I said, he was a good guy to have. He was fun. He did anything we asked him to do, and that's why his success is not by accident. The guy, he ran a good ship, man, for himself. Yeah. So I appreciate that about him.
And then, so the reason why my shot wasn't straight on for those last Max shots, I was I was trying to run downstairs because I was told, come downstairs and just start recording whatever happens. So I literally get there and I see my boss holding the camera. I go, no, I'm here. Give me the camera. I got it. Yeah. So I put down my camera, picked up the video camera, started recording. So I recorded the Pinnacle promo that was on Twitter afterwards with Tully and Max talking, and then they all put their hands down. They all put their hands down in the center. Nice. So got that too. It was like really cool. And then we all got to, like, all the photographers got together, and it was just like a sense of accomplishment for this match because it was humid.
Oh yeah,
humid that day. Like I was
Florida,
outside.
Man.
I was outside for an hour of this. Oof. Just an hour, and I was drenched in sweat.
The match was an hour long?
No. We had some. I think it was about an hour. Everything with entrances and everything like that. Everything was about an hour long.
Why do they give it away on free TV?
Because we can. It was always supposed to be on TV.
I do remember that. Yeah,
it was always supposed to be on TV.
But like, do you think this could have been a pay-per-view though?
Yes, and no, because logically, to do the cage in Daly's place was hard. And I think we really wanted to use the cage. It was from what I heard, it's a very expensive cage. So I'm glad we got to use it.
Double cage, double ring. That's an expensive
double cage,
night.
Yeah, double cage, double
with
ring.
Bracket. It's a Wait, pull that picture up again. You still have it up? I want to see something. I want to see something on that.
Yeah. Hold on.
Here, Matt's saying it's a 45 minutes match and a 15 minutes of promo. So yeah, it's an hour total of all that.
Yeah. Here, hold on. I'll screen share again.
I want to look at something on that cage real quick. I want to see if we're
good.
It's got the bracketing around. It's got pillar. Yeah, so it's not your standard cage. It's got ceiling. It's got cutouts in the ceiling for extension. Dude, this is a very heavy duty cage.
Yeah,
this is an extremely heavy duty cage.
Yeah, it's a great cage. So
LAX Rep Impact. Mark is saying what is that? What did they do?
No. So it wasn't repping Impact. It was repping. It was the face paint that they've done.
The Dead Presidents thing?
Yeah, it's the Dead Presidents thing. And then what was really cool was a good thing. All the Pinnacle wore all white, Inner Circle wore all black. And then on the back of the Inner Circle's jump jackets, with jumpsuits were all the penitentiaries of from their local area. So, which
is a good touch.
It was a great touch. Cool. So Jericho had Smoky Mountain Penitentiary, which
I think is hilarious.
Yeah. And then Sammy had Houston, and then Hager had Reno because he's from Vegas.
He's a Vegas guy?
Yeah, he's from Vegas. And then I think LAX, or I'm sorry, Santana Ortiz, I don't know, whatever the name, whatever, had Rikers because of New York. So it was pretty dope. I think they had Rikers. It was something in the Bronx or something like that.
Rikers makes sense.
Yeah,
that's cool, man.
Yeah, it was a great event. It went off really well. But yeah, that the storylines and everything was great. I'm excited to see how this week's episode of Impact, or not Impact, wow, Dynamite plays out. Because I was reading Mark's thing and it said the Impact alum, and that's what I saw.
Nice, dude.
Mention how well AEW books Wardlow. Dude, Wardlow is the steel cage master. He's been in he was in the first AEW steel cage match, and now in the first Blood and Guts match, and then on the indie side, he was in Warrior Wrestling's first steel cage match there as well.
That's right. He did do Warrior for a bit. Man, Warrior's coming back next month.
I'm not gonna be there.
Oh, you're not? You're
no, AEW's got tapings.
That's right. There'll be 18 other photographers around ringside for that, I'm sure.
It's been hard to like have to find replacements for me on the indies and in general. Like,
well look, our guy Nick, camera guy Gimmick, he leveled up, man.
Huge improvement this week. I even reached out to him and let him know.
He's like, man, Basil reached out to me, and he was like, that was really fucking cool. And I was like, yeah, dude. I'm like, his photos. Well, he went Sony Alpha, which is what the preferred camera is with you guys, you and Ian, both these alphas. What did like who else uses alpha? Just you two?
No, so the other photographer at AEW uses me and him use the same camera.
The Sony Alpha's like the good wrestling
we
camera.
love it because when we split shooting, sometimes we'll split AEW darks at ringside.
Yeah,
it's like 8,000 million matches, and so we'll go over each other's camera settings, or we'll text each other.
Yeah,
and if there's like a big match situation, we'll text each other like, "Hey, this is working for me. Do it on your camera. Maybe you'll get better results."
Got it.
So we try to help each other. It's great. It's good when you have people with the same bodies, because it's like you need like a lens or you need something. It's easy to switch things around with. Few people have gone Sony. I know there's some people who stick with Canon. Ryan Loco, he uses Canon.
Some people are just brand loyal, right? Like,
yeah,
it's brand loyalty.
I mean, the new Canon's mirrorlesses are fantastic. I know J Lee Photography in Maryland, I believe they're in that area.
Mm-hmm.
They're using Canons. John Washer, for Beyond uses Sony's. So me and him will talk gear all the time. Ian uses Sony.
Yeah.
It's there's some people who use Fuji. It's all good, dude.
I prefer the Sony because
the colors on Sony's are just so beautiful.
Well, just like I got used to your photos when you did AAW stuff. I saw yours. Ian's also a 3-count photo, and then Nick was using using
Panasonic.
GH4.
Yeah, dude.
He went from a GH, and then GH4 is already an old one, right?
GH4,
right now.
And GH4, and then those are video cameras, honestly.
Are they? Oh, really?
Those are mainly video cameras, and they're not meant to be. So he not only did he step up his sensors, so there's 3 levels of sensor size. There's full frame, which is what I use. APS-C, which is what Nick is on, and what I actually started with was an APS-C lens, which is a little bit smaller. It's if you multiply when you're doing the math with like lens math, it's about 1.4 smaller.
Okay.
So you gotta multiply whatever focal length of you're using by 1.4.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to have I have all that math already bracked in my head, because you can actually make the full frames into a cropped if you need to punch in a little bit more, which I had to do for that Jericho MJF spot.
Yeah.
And then you have micro 4/3, which is half the size. So when you have that much smaller of a sensor, you can only allow so much light to come in. So you get grainier pics because that sensor isn't able to absorb that much light. So just say if you have 24 megapixels on a micro 4/3 versus 24 on an APS-C versus 24 on a full frame, those pixels are bigger on a full frame. So each pixel can absorb more light. Yeah, Matt hates when I start getting into this tech talk.
But that's what this podcast is.
I know.
We talk
And
behind
so
the scenes.
APS-C is great. I mean, I used APS-C for a long time. I personally just needed to know I needed to step up, and I'm glad I did, because it was about 6 months before I started working with Impact, and you can't use APS-Cs for like professional shooting when you're trying to do sports and stuff like that. You really need as much light as possible, and plus you can shoot faster and all this stuff. And like I said, I can go on forever about it. It's because I finally have coffee in me after a whole day. So
no, that's fascinating, dude. That's fascinating. Yeah, I mean,
Nick's stuff was fantastic.
He did a great job. I was like,
huge improvement with going to the landscape mode versus the vertical photos that I know he normally does. But wrestling is the way how it's presented. You can tell so much better of a story. You can get so much closer. You can see wrestling is all about emotions and being able to tell stories within those pictures. And if you're too far away, you kind of lose that.
Yeah.
So.
Well, look, I think he saw the proof was in the pudding, because his photos got shared the fuck out of like this weekend. So I think, once you make a change and then you see people receptive to it, as you saw when you were starting out with this, when you start getting shared, like when people are like, damn, I want to share this shit, like proudly, then you're onto something.
And it's wild, because it's like I'm having to rebuild at AEW, like my reputation.
Yeah.
And then like the wrestlers are like, oh, I'm sorry I didn't credit you. I'm like, dude, it's okay. Like we take a lot of photos. We have a lot of photographers. It's not the end of the world. It's not like where I'm at Impact where I'm the only guy. It's like they know it's me. It's fine. Like I'm not.
It's hard to know. Yeah, hard to know.
You know what I mean? Like it's like I'm in this weird mode where I'm just happy to be working, and I'm not caring so much. Like if they do it, they do it. It's cool. Like I love it. Like I know it will happen naturally. I've never gone up to anybody, especially on TV scale, be like, "Why didn't you tag me?"
Yeah,
no.
Because also, like I said, they don't know. Like there's so many damn photographers. Like
I'll say it on the indies. You fucking better tag photographers on the indies, because that's how these people get known. But at my level, it's like I'm thankful for whatever I get, and I'm not going to be. At a certain point, certain things don't matter. I'll put my photos get shared out there by AEW, and the photos are still getting shared by Impact that I've taken. So I'm not even like.
But as a photographer, you want to be. You at least want the credit. It's not like
my paycheck's my credit, and it's great.
That's true. That's the bottom line. That is it.
But there's a difference. Why? Because on the indies, you're not getting that pay.
Right.
So you need that credit to get known and to like. Have that satisfaction. It's like, okay, sick, I got this. But when you get to such a big scale, it's like, cool, if it happens, it happens. I like how that popped up right when I said cool.
Cool.
It just don't. There's just certain things you just don't need to stress about anymore.
It's reputation building, though. That's all. What I mean is, when you get that stuff, you need that reputation building, man, because that's what helps guys get booked and get noticed, get like that credibility with the wrestlers and stuff. So I'm glad to see. I mean, you obviously level up big time. I'm glad to see guys like Nick really leveling up now. I was proud of him. I said, man, this is next level shit. This is how you level up.
I'm gonna be coming by an AEW show just to hang out and see, because I saw Sam was there. You got Nick there. You don't need me.
Yes,
you guys are in good hands.
I didn't even know Sam was gonna be there. I was like, when the fuck did he? Where did this come?
Does anybody know when the second photographer shows up at Bourbon is gonna be? It's just some old guy just shows up. Let's be honest.
Dude, he just like I don't know. I think it's one of those things where like he was shooting years ago and it just like shows up. But I was looking around ringside. I'm like, where the fuck did this guy come from now? And here's the thing about Sam. I'm not trying to talk shit. I know he's Mike's friend, but I'm like, I've never seen his photos. I never get them. I was like, where do these pictures go?
He actually posted them in our photography group. So
the whole album?
No, just like it was like 10 pictures.
Oh, the Take No Prisoners ones?
Yeah.
Is he a portrait style, or is he?
He mixes both. He still does a lot of portrait because that's old school style. I mean, he's probably been shooting since before we were born.
Yeah. I never see his shit. I never ever see.
Because he shares it. He's old school. He just shares it on his Facebook and it's like, hey guys.
Yeah, that's weird. I was like, where the fuck? Where do these pictures go? I just see them there, but
yeah, guys, buy shirts so I can afford shit, please.
Buy shirts, guys. We have some cool shirts. But that's awesome, Basil. I'm proud of you as always. That's
Trent can't afford to pay me his half of the.
I'm gonna quick pay you after this.
It was. We had a conversation. I go, I haven't asked you for money in like a year. And I was like, I don't care.
We got the StreamYard. I'm paying for the StreamYard.
Are you paying for the StreamYard?
What?
I thought J-Bone was paying for the StreamYard.
It's
this is J-Bone's account.
It's out of TNI's budget. TNI pays for the StreamYard.
Whose email do you log into?
What's in TNI email? But then everything's under my name here. I'll like the fucking TNI response. Uncle Sam comes.
Do you know what
is
in your name? Do you know what is in your name? Our PWT store.
Yeah.
You're pulling a Trent Beretta on me and never letting me see that PWT's money.
Oh, I'll give you the login for that.
I'm fucking with you. I don't care.
No, like basically, like Mark gets in trouble, or J-Bone fucking gets in trouble, and Uncle Sam comes running after us. It's gonna come to me. That's the problem. But
we have so many random things and different names for this one account.
I know.
Like I think all the audio shit's in my name.
No, the videos in my name.
Yeah, videos in your name, audio's in my name.
The T-shirt's under the show, but the payment goes to me.
The payment goes to Trent, but the payment to pay for this show comes from me.
So weird. And then the StreamYard payment comes from J-Bone.
It's so fucked. How did I do this?
The StreamYard payment comes from J-Bone, so then the show pays J-Bone.
This is garbage.
It's all over the place.
I got destroyed out of the stick.
No, but it's like it's all organized chaos here. It's all
it is. I don't.
Well, because like we have like a little family of like TNI, BSB, Smash. Like we all, we work off this platform. Like
we're all one big family together. Even though I'm not allowed to show up on TNI anymore because I think you guys will get in trouble.
I mean, you're always welcome on TNI. Why?
Yeah,
I don't mind you coming on TNI. Come on anytime.
Can we make a total nonstop, total elite something?
Total elite. I mean, there's a tie-in here. We should do a spin-off. Mark is already planning something.
Dude, J-Bone does something. J-Bone does something on Wednesdays. Mark, you should link up with J-Bone because I can't do it anymore because, huh?
It's time for Mark. He's got Mark raises. He has humans that he
Fuck
raises.
Kids. Fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids.
But I love you, Mark.
But yeah. So let me touch on what happened with. So that was awesome. I touch on my weekend real quick. So
So let's talk about your announcing debut.
I'm talent, by the way. Just letting you know.
Oh my god, I want to punch you in the face.
No, that was cool. Tyler Rolls, our normal play-by-play, could not make it. So I was asked to jump in. First time ever doing wrestling commentary alongside the great Joe Dombrowski, who's Ring of Honor's commentator. We previously did Ring of Honor. He's now ours. And man, I have such a newfound respect for commentators after this. Like I already loved them, but man, the what it takes to be a good commentator it's an art. It truly is an art. And he gave me some great advice. Joe is a true seasoned professional. He has that Morrow type of style. So I really respected it. Coached me, gave me the pointers. Even Tyler reached out to me prior to the show, and he gave me a couple of heads up on a few things. So I appreciated both of those guys letting me know what to look out for and things like that. The one thing I slipped on, and you even hear me on commentary a couple of times, I'll go, oh, because the one thing to be conscious of is never talk over an entrance. Obviously, right? And like you have to make sure you
unless you're Corey Graves and Carmella is walking out.
Oh god. But like the thing to be conscious of, like you have to make sure you stop talking once like Jimmy D would be like, coming down the aisle, So Joe was great. So a couple of times I slipped and I was like, oh. I stopped myself. But other than that, I did great. I love just getting to react to it like a fan. It was so much fun to just tell the story, man. I loved it. And you see it with a different set of eyes. So I love that. I really appreciated what goes into that preparation and everything. And it's a fun time. I like that I got to add all those years of AAW fandom prior to working at the company. I got to add some of that history, and like I got to mention like when it was ACH and Davey Vega. You're talking guys from 10 years ago. I got to
Yeah.
talk about like the first time I saw ACH, at Berwyn. Like the first time he showed up in Berwyn for a dark match. You remember that shit? Like who's this guy? He was that guy. Davey Vega, Heritage Champion, 3-week title reign. Like, I mean, just like mentioning all this when Davey Vega used to wear the Vega Street Fighter inspired outfit and shit. I'm like, it was just crazy, man. But it was an amazing show. I really, really am proud of that show. Very proud of it. And just be able to paint the picture on it. I think it was great. But Rob was back. Rob Malinowski was back. We have a great producer, Patrick, who's a New Japan's guy. He does our production.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's New Japan USA's guy. I mean, we have a great team. We assembled some more video guys. I mean, we have a really powerful team going on right now. And the show, man. But I'll tell you what, Basil, I'm scarred from the main event, dude.
Bro, that main event was violent.
It was ridiculous.
Violent.
Okay, so Gino, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Gino, front row guy, season ticket holder for AAW. Gino went up to take a piss and he left his beer.
Oh, okay? No.
So Gino's wife was there. So they're on the outside.
I already know where this is going.
The first bottle that Fred cracks to slice Manser's head open with was Gino's bottle. And like he comes back, he's like, "Where's my beer?" She's like, "Well, they used your bottle." He's like, "Yeah, right." And she's like, "No, really, Fred smashed that bottle over the guardrail and cut Manser's face with it." And he's like, "What the fuck? Really?" And then like, dude, then he does another one. He gets another empty bottle, and Fred smashes it on the turnbuckle like hook and starts slicing. I'm like, this was Mance is literally dripping pools of blood.
Amazing.
Pools of blood.
Yeah, I saw the blood. It was ridiculous. So much blood. Like the blood looked like radioactive because it was probably filled with so much beer.
Dude, it was, yeah, I'm for real, dude. It was pretty nuts, man. I was like, what the fuck? And then you know how Manser is. Like, so Nurse Nicole was not at this show because she had to work at 5 a.m. the next day. And I text her, I go, what a fucking show for you to miss. Because Matt's like, God damn, where Nicole? I need some goddamn bandages,
Oh, Nicole wasn't there?
He wasn't there, Damn.
He's like,
oh, where my goddamn nurse at, But like, because she always patches up that second gear crew. Like, that's her top clients, basically. So, and I was like, man, she's working. He's like, oh, no, Nicole, live beers can't fix, and they're fucking chugging away, whatever, afterwards. But like, but dude, it was not only was like all that stuff great, the new talent that's now being assembled on the AEW roster, Shaft. Do you know Shaft? Did you watch Shaft at all? Like he's a Beyond guy.
I have not. I don't watch Beyond too often. I was doing it when they did Uncharted Territory. Mm-hmm. I was watching that. It's just
it's a lot to watch, man.
There's so much wrestling, man. Like I know. It's funny because so I'm at work a lot of the time when like Elevation's on. So my coworker loves watching Elevation. Like I'll put it on. It's just to support, like have it on in the background, whatever.
Yeah, get the numbers and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. And he's made because Elevation has its own storyline, so he gets involved in all that stuff. But in general, there's just so much. Like I'm watching wrestling when I'm shooting it, then I'm editing it, and then like it'll be on in the background. And it's like I'll try to watch what I want. Like I try to go on my way to watch New Japan. I really love I love the New Japan Strong product that they have in California. And then I'll try to watch some indies. Like I always try to watch AEW when it gets on the High Spot. Mm-hmm. Because I have a High Spot account. So
High Spot, I gotta say, if you're into indies, that is your source. Honestly, High Spots is a good one for like a lot of the big shows. Like you get some of the smaller ones. Like,
dude, I got a story about Big Show too.
Well, tell it, then I'll come back to mine. Go ahead.
Dude, so I had to take Big Show I had to take Paul to go get to go get his photos taken because everybody gets like refreshed photos every few months and stuff like that.
Okay.
So I had it, and then on the way back, this was still before Blood and Guts, and so I had the entire Pinnacle and Big Show on this cart on the way back.
Oh yeah, you told me about this.
Oh my god, I was like, how is this thing not like imploded? But the battery went down so much on this short little ride. It was probably a quarter mile, and I just see the battery draining down because we're way over the limit.
Jesus Christ.
Probably way more than we weighed more. I had Wardlow and Big Show in this thing.
God, that's a lot of weight.
Probably weighed more than a car at this point. and then Tully's FaceTiming with Tessa and while we're driving.
What a fucking what a scene this is.
I was like, this is the greatest thing ever.
Jesus. But no, so to go back to what I was gonna say. So by the way, Paco fucking no show. What happened to Paco?
Wait, was he supposed to be there?
He was on the Alive tape. We taped a live before. We taped this week's a live show before Take No Prisoners. And it's funny. I was like, so by the way, that gave me gave me some warm up because I taped the live first, which is funny because it's gonna air after, but I got to warm up with commentary with a live, which was perfect for me. But so we started live and like Paco's music hits, which by the way, if you know Paco, his music does not fit the guy at all.
But it works.
It's like this, and it's like this little dude, Paco.
He's just like, yeah.
But like his music hits no Paco. We're like, what? So we like changed on the fly.
So wait. Paco's music hits, but Paco wasn't in the building.
Paco was not because music says production had it on the run sheet. And they thought they never got the change that it was like, hey, he's not here. He hasn't checked in yet. So it was like, what the fuck happened to Pac? So we hit it, and then we blended into something else and we went with the next match. Went with the next one. But
yeah.
But it was like, what the fuck happened to Paco? I don't know if he's ever I don't know what happened to Paco at all. But yeah, we taped in a live show. But yeah, man, Paco was nowhere to be found.
Oh no.
But I don't know if you guys noticed. So now we have a Tron behind the entranceway.
I saw that and it looked fantastic.
It looks so cool. And Brian did all the graphics in the Tron, which
hell yeah.
Everybody. I was so proud. I was like, yes, this is the shit they need to do. And dude, it looked great. Full Tron, full graphics. Looked awesome. I was super happy because everybody got an entrance screen. I mean, it's just that leveling up, man. If you're an independent company, this is the kind of stuff any way you can stand apart. That's what you got to do because that is so important.
When it comes to small buildings, nothing beats Bourbon Street, and it's a reason why ROH ran out of there twice.
Yeah, ROH did the Mike Bennett bachelor party and the night of
Hoopla. Dude.
You went to both, right?
Oh, of course. Yeah, dude. Night of Hoopla was fantastic.
Tell me why Davey Richards humping a turnbuckle is in your favorite memory of ROH.
Because it was Davey Richards and because Davey Richards and Adam Cole did an Eiffel Tower on top of Scarlett.
God. No, not Davey. It was Eddie Edwards and
Eddie.
Adam.
It was Eddie and Adam,
Edwards.
and they did the Eiffel Tower on top of Scarlett.
Oh my God, dude! Yes, they did.
And then
I had a Vine of that. I don't know if I still have it.
If you never deleted your Vine account, you should still be able to pull it up.
You can still pull them up, right? It's on my Vine. I'm gonna look while you're talking. Go ahead.
You can find it, dude. And nothing beats the Roderick Strong "Who Gives a Fuck" Vine, where he spins around and he just goes like this. He goes, "Who gives a fuck?"
Oh my
and then
God!
Just spins right back, and that was everybody's like quick response for some, like if you didn't care at all.
Dude, there was another great one where it was Petey Williams and he did a thing where he turns a corner, he's like, Scotty, and it's Scott Tarr going, fuck you, Petey.
Fuck you, Petey.
And it's Petey going, that was a great one too. Dude, let me see if I got this.
Scott Steiner and Petey Williams, because that was when they were both in TNA.
Yeah. Hey, fuck you, Petey.
Oh God, those were so good.
I think Vines are all down, dude. They're gone, man.
Damn.
I did Vine get. Well, I mean, there's a little website here. Yeah, dear Vine community, we're shut down. Wait, archive. We've not placed Vine in archive. For more information, click here. Where is it?
Told ya.
but where is my Vine? How can I download my Vine? You can download your. I can still view your Vines through the website browser. I'm here. I want to show you guys this Vine. It was ridiculous. Thank you for all the. Oh my god, why did they shut Vine down? It's so ridiculous to me. Like it didn't make any sense.
Because Twitter.
Yeah, it's still like Vine was great, man.
And now we got TikToks.
Man,
there was actually a TikTok that had like a bunch of Vines on there. It was fantastic.
really?
Yeah.
Man, like old school Vine, dude. It was great. Let me see if I can pull. All right, they're telling me how to pull this up. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can do this. If I can pull up this fucking Eddie Edwards. Oh wait a minute. Oh no, why? I can't find it.
Oh.
It doesn't have it. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna keep work. I'm gonna work on it, guys.
All right, he's gonna find it. But yeah, so really quick, really proud of you.
Thank you.
We've always said that you should be doing commentary, and I'm glad that you finally got that chance. And I'm hoping this is not a one and done or a very seldom thing because you did a great job.
Thank you, man.
You have a voice for radio, like real talk.
Thank you, bro.
I'm really surprised you could have. I'm really surprised you haven't done anything more with your voice, but I think this can be a great start to something that you didn't know that you had.
I had no idea. I never did. Like commentary, everybody does like, where you have the volume down your TV and you do it yourself kind of thing, or you play a video game and you're commentating yourself. But man, never thought about it before.
Yeah.
Never. It was awesome. Hopefully, yeah. I mean, if I proved enough, my feedback was amazing. I appreciate everybody who was tweeting me that night because the feedback was incredible. Even Fight TV gave me a follow. So I was like, that's pretty cool. And some fights even following me after that. So I appreciate everybody's feedback. And it's an art for sure. I have such a newfound respect for comedy. But I tell you what, I had to do the show open. And I got interrupted by La Sociedad Boricua, also known as the Ricos. Don't call them the Ricos though. But they interrupted me, and I did like a frustrated. I'm like, who the fuck, And they did a frustrated face. And Rob said he had to like pull away from laughing at my face. He's like, I looked at you, and I was like, all right, Mike Tenay with the frustrated face, because I did like the Mike Tenay, like, come on, man, like that face, angry Mike Tenay.
Mike Tenay.
But it was cool, man. I had a great time, though. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, we'll see what happens, man. I'll be curious to see if it comes up again. But it's good to know that I'm always available to do it. So
that's good shit, dude.
Fun stuff.
I'm proud of you. It's weird because we're still just a couple marks that met in a wrestling bar.
That's true. Yeah. At the end of the day, fuck, man,
dude. None of this, like, even after last week and. Like when we got the photos together, and it's like, it just in general, like none of the, like, I'm so grateful, like, for your success, for my success, like the fact that we stayed busy during this entire pandemic, we didn't let this slow us down. I'm just so fucking thankful for all of this, man. Like I still feel like none of this is deserved. Like,
bro, for real.
And it's so great to be able for ZMT to keep putting their mark on the wrestling world. We have Nate holding his own down in Maine with Limitless, and
yeah,
I'm hoping once everything opens up a little bit more now, and because I believe he's vaccinated.
Yeah, Nate's getting out more. He's good to go. Like Nate stayed very busy too, man. You know?
I'm so proud of everybody. Like, I'm so proud of my crew. I'm so proud of you, and just in general, it's such a cool feeling to know that it's always cool when you see that one person like thrive, but it's a better feeling when everybody is in their own ways, and it's just like. It's a weird feeling because like we're so supportive to one another, and there was never any jealousy, no matter who was at a different point in their career. There
There's
was
no point. There's no point in that, Like,
yeah.
what are you going to be jealous of? That your friend is getting success. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's
But
not.
like there was never like you know what I mean? Like there was never an issue about that. That was never brought up with any of us ever.
No, and you know what? And honestly, if you have a friendship where that is an issue, get out of that friendship.
That's not a
Like,
friendship,
that's not a
guys.
friendship. That's an abusive
That's a yeah,
relationship.
it's abusive. It's
No, but
Trent's marriage.
that's my marriage, is what that is.
We've lasted way longer than Trent's marriage, guys, just so you know.
That's way sure. That's true. That I like how you put it. Though we are at the end of the day, we're a couple of marks who met at a wrestling bar, and to know that we moved into wrestling where we've produced, we've shot, commentated, been on the road, on pay-per-views, like met the who's who of the business. It's pretty awesome to think about, guys. Like, it really, really is like a very interesting take. I don't know. It's just one of those things where, like, unless you have been in this with this kind of odd journey where you never expected it like this, I guess it's for any entertainment field, like you don't expect it and you're like, fuck, I just happen to keep going and going and going with this. And it's cool, man. It's really neat. It's really, really humbling. And more so, not just us supporting each other, but the people around us who support us and gave us the opportunities, all the promotions and all the wrestlers and the talent who like entrust us, with their word and things like that. So I think that's a really cool thing too.
It's been fantastic.
Yeah, it's fun, man. It's a good ride. It's a great industry. It's a frustrating industry.
It's a very frustrating industry.
Yeah. It'll upset you. It'll make you depressed. It'll piss you off. But at the end of the day, it's also this oddly rewarding industry too, because it's frequent enough that like you're always doing something. So you almost don't have time to dwell on the thing that's upsetting you. We're moving on quickly.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. Like, there's been plenty of times where myself and Trent and Nate, even at times, we've all been very frustrated with this business.
Oh, ready to walk out.
Like
I was ready to walk out. What was that? Classic 2019?
Oh my God, man. I had to convince, dude.
I remember you came out to me backstage.
This will be a story, but this will be another story that we'll have to talk. But I was doing everything in my power to keep Trent in this business. Like, Trent wanted to walk out. He was, guys, this close.
I was done. You came up to me after the show. You're like, so is that it? Is that it? I was like, that's it.
I was like, no, it's not.
You're like, I'm not fucking letting you do this.
Yeah, dude. It was just, we don't let each other quit, man.
It was like the I'm sorry, I love you moment of I'm done. You're like, I'm not letting you lock out of Bourbon Street like this. Fuck it. Get out of my way.
Oh my God. And trust me, there's been times where Trent and I have fought. Like, it hasn't always been like, it's normal. It's just, it is what it is. And we've been through so many ups and downs, man. Like, I fucking love this business so much. And I love everything that it's afforded to us and the doors that it's open and how it's allowed us to express our creativity. Like, I haven't been at a show since Thursday and I'm craving to go kill myself these next 3 days, guys. Like I'm going to be...
Oh, are you leaving tomorrow?
I leave tomorrow morning.
Oh,
yeah.
Shit, you're out.
8 a.m.
All right, we're gonna let this guy go in a minute here, guys.
Yeah, it's just little things, just like we travel and stuff like that. Like, I'm always texting Trent, like letting him know where I'm at, because I'm like, he can't even keep up with where I'm at. My mom's like, "Wait, you're traveling tomorrow?" I was like, "Yeah, I gotta be at the airport like 8:30." She's like, "Okay, I'll take you." What
a life, though, man. Like I said, from ordering fucking hamburgers at a wrestling bar, to hanging out with Lisa Marie Varon to fucking, you're like, flown in talent now. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's that flown in crew. That's awesome.
Yeah, so, not talent.
Not talent, crew. But an important part of the show,
Yeah, I'm not saying that. I just, there's certain parts, you guys know. I don't want to be like, I'm the star, blah blah blah. Like, I'm not
flown around, big shot.
Nah, I just take pictures, and I get paid to fucking take pictures of wrestling. Like, what crazy. The fuck?
It's crazy, dude. It's crazy. It's fucking bananas, but it's awesome at the same time. So I honestly tell people it's a business that a lot of people want to get into. They
Wait,
ask all
whose
the
mom sounds like the goat? Wait, what am I missing here,
yours.
Matt? My mom?
Yeah, he's
No,
putting
my.
your mom.
Oh yeah, my mom and my own dude. I will say this: my mom and my uncle, they do not want me to pay for like Ubers. It's like $30. I don't care. Like
Oh, to get
whatever.
to the
It's like
airports
30
and stuff.
bucks to get there. Sometimes it'll cost 40 if I get back late. Like when I fucked up on that flight a few weeks back,
Oh
and I
yeah.
got back at like 7 o'clock, and I had to go through rush hour. But they will, like 90% of the time, they will drop me off and pick me up from the airport.
That's awesome.
And I don't. They're like, my uncle be like, "Oh, so when are you leaving or whatever?" I was like, "Oh, this time." He's like, "Okay, I'll take you." I was like, "Are you sure?" He goes, "Yeah, yeah, I don't mind."
Nice.
My
That's
mom
really
does
good.
the same. Like, it's funny because they have no idea what the fuck this wrestling business entails. Like, my mom thought I was shooting MMA because there was a steel cage, and my mom was like, "Oh, is this MMA?" I was like, "Mom, no, it's AEW." She goes, "Oh, AEW does MMA now?" I was like, "No."
That's
She
funny.
doesn't get it. It doesn't match.
It's also like our parents, like they know it's like you're doing wrestling. Okay, have fun. You're doing your
Yeah,
thing. Yeah, you're
she
busy.
goes, she's like, "You get a paycheck now." I love it. I love
I,
pro wrestling.
I love them.
She's hated every bit of me being in this business until I got with AEW, and she's like, "They take care of you. I like wrestling now."
But my sister was the same way. She's like, you dedicate a lot of your time to this. I'm like, yeah. She's like, do you get paid for this? I'm like, I got a 1099 last year, baby. I filed this shit on my taxes. I get paid for this. You kidding me? Supplemental income, Daddy. That's what this is. Like she couldn't fathom it. She's like, wait, you actually are getting paid to do? I'm like, yeah, dude. I'm not just like dicking around. I'm like,
She,
I'm literally running shows. Like
my
that's what we
my
do.
mom, I had an indie show with Zello a few weeks back. She goes, "You're not making like $30 from that shit, are you?" I was like, "No, mom. I cleared a few bills with that one." She
Those
goes,
days
"Okay,
are
good,
gone.
good, good, good. I'm glad that you being on TV now makes you more money."
The exposure deals are gone, Mom.
Oh, dude, I'm like all the exposure. I'm like, "Mom, I've been turning down stuff because I'm like I'm not taking a $40 paycheck anymore."
What was the capacity at Turner, by the way? What are
I
they
don't
allowing
know.
there?
Enough. There was enough people to be loud. It felt normal. It
Really?
was still spread out. It wasn't like everybody was at tables.
Oh, so probably like 100 people
I
tops.
actually liked it that way. They all stayed away.
That
I love
building's
it.
loud in general because of how it's domed out. It's an old ballroom.
Yeah, dude. Speaking of buildings, man, AEW starts touring in July.
Oh man,
Going to
that's
Miami July 7th. We got Austin, Texas, which is mine and Trent's favorite
oh,
town.
I might just come join you in Austin.
Dude, you just come down.
I love Austin.
I'll tell the
Maybe
hotel
I'll,
to get me a double bed for that one.
maybe I'll see. You know what? I'll even see if Nicole wants to go because she's never been to
Oh,
Austin.
then you two get a room.
We'll get a double bed. But
I've shared enough Airbnbs with you guys.
but but no, all the bragging that we did about Austin for the AAW trips. She's like, man, I really want to go to Austin. I'm like, it's fucking badass town, dude. Like this
Dude,
town rules.
you guys should come and we should let's go to AEW in Austin.
I'm down. Just hang out at night and shit, dude. Me and Frankie can get that cigar together we've been talking
Well,
about.
because I fly in on Tuesday, so I'll find out what my flight is gonna be.
Okay,
And then we should all just get there around the same time, and then we can all.
I'd be down, man. I really want to get back to Austin. I love that town. It's
Dude,
such
I
a great town.
love Austin.
Those
You
are
guys
such good memories.
hey everybody, let's all go to Austin. Let's all go to the Austin AEW show.
Yeah, I love to. I just want to go back and hang at that fucking town, dude. Torchy's
downtown-
Tacos, call my name.
Torchy's Tacos.
Torchy's Tacos, baby. And then the fucking Salt Lick, but this time Danny won't be driving. We'll actually
Dude,
live.
We won't feel like dude. We're all sitting in the back of Danny's car.
I told his wife, right? We're driving,
We felt like we were gonna die.
and I told him, I go somehow I get shotgun, and I'm thinking this is it. This is how I die. I die with this guy's fucking crazy driving with a bunch of us fucking marks came down here, run a wrestling show. This is how I die. This is the way I'm gonna go. And then on the way back, we leave the Salt Lick. On the way back, we all get to the car, and all you assholes go to the back seat. They're like, we're not fucking sitting up front. And I'm like, come on, man.
It was me. It was me, Rob, and was it me, Rob, and Brian? We all rushed to the back seat.
I was like, come on, dude. I sat on the way over it. I'm like, this is it.
And we all still felt like dying towards the end of this.
Oh my God, how did this guy do?
This is so when Trent gets really scared, he'll hold on to the thing.
I got
because he's done it. He's done it with me, and I'm not a dangerous
You're
driver.
not. I'm just a nervous passenger.
And Trent is the worst backseat driver in the
Just worst
world.
passenger. I'm a terrible passenger.
And he was holding on to it. He was like this. He was just like,
I'm like, all right, everybody, all right, make sure something this happens, and oh my god, I just put the text on Mom, I love you, like this is it. But dude, rough shit, man. That Danny's fucking insane.
Matt, oh, it's on your birthday. Tell your mom to let you go to Austin.
Damn,
with a bunch of adults. I don't think that's gonna go well.
Mark's saying the Torchies went downhill, man. I don't know.
Wait, what?
That's what he's saying. I don't know if I buy
We haven't been there in what, 2 years?
2 years. 2 years.
So it's gone downhill in the last 2 years. I mean, last year I get it. I'm so mad of like all these mom and pop shots. There's this. Have I taken you to Le Petit Cafe in Westchester?
Yeah,
that place closed down.
It closed down? Are you serious?
I wanted to go on Sunday because I'm able to like go for for lunch finally. So I told my sister, I was like, yeah, I want to go. She goes, they're closed. I saw a for sale sign there the other day. I was like, no.
Damn, really?
Yeah, dude, I was really disappointed.
Dude, yeah. I mean, some survived, a lot of places survived, but
yeah,
shit, yeah, some just didn't make it, man. But damn, Torchies went downhill. That stinks.
Yes, sir.
Man, but no, other than that, guys, yeah, it was a good night. Order the replay, Fight TV, Take No Prisoners. It's a great show. Like, it's worth watching. I mean, I'm a mark for myself, so I ordered it anyway and put it on my Fight TV account. And Mike was like, he's like, you're a crew, right? And I'm like, nah, bro, I wanted it now. He's like, you just wait like 3 days. I could have gotten you like the crew copy. I'm like, no, I want it on my Fight TV account so I can fucking listen to my voice and get all emotional. Dude, I was very, I noticed in my commentary, I did a lot of like Don Callis, like when he's like, oh, come on, I got very Don Callis-y in my commentary, but, I want to hear that shit. I want to play back the main because I got very into the main event.
Yeah.
Like, at that point, you're just in. Like, you're in for the ride. And I'm like, fuck it. I'm watching this as a fan, dude. I was in. So, I wanted to watch it back. But yeah, it's like, so yeah, definitely, guys, give it an order. It's $12.99. It's not much. And support the independents for sure. And check that out. And I'm sure Blood and Guts is replaying somewhere, Basil. They can check that out.
Blood and Guts, TNT, it's all in the video on demand on any cable provider. Okay. Just last week's episode, if you guys want to check that out. If you're international, Fight carries it on the AEW Plus side, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
That you can watch it there. So a lot of good wrestling out there, a lot of good stuff. I also made a point on really quick just to close out on my Twitter yesterday. I mean, like this happens every time. And even Trent, like, you were like, man, Indies, this is gonna suck now. I was like, there's just more opportunity for all these people who haven't had a chance to step up are gonna step up. Like,
dude, yeah, for sure.
Fred Yehai being in this main event caliber stuff wouldn't have happened 2 years ago.
No, he was like hidden away, man.
Look at Myron Reed. I mean, Lee Moretti.
Wheeler
Yuta. He's now the IWTV champion. You have Yus and Hakeem and Jake something. Like, they're doing their things on the indies. Like, there's so much good shit out there, guys. Like,
there's a lot, dude.
Now this is just opportunities for new people to step up, and I say this every time, and it's always gonna happen. There's always opportunities. So never count out indie wrestling ever. It might seem like it because there was no wrestling that was happening while everybody was getting pillaged, but a lot of people were training. The smart ones were putting in the work.
Yeah, dude.
And then when everything came back, we're good to go.
Yeah, man. It is absolutely absolutely I'll say like a buyer's market. Like, I don't know. It's like an opportunist market, for wrestling.
Very much so.
And if you take advantage of this opening, there's a lot, man. The amount of new guys debuting on AAW, on AEW, like, if you're smart, get your shit out there, man. And then not to shy away from like other indies as well and other television products like Impact and WWE. Like, people are getting signed. Their people are getting exposure deals. Like, they're getting tryouts. Like, so I'm like, man, if you're an indie wrestler, get your shit to get your photos, get your highlight reels, get your clips, get all that shit out, man. Like, this is the time to put that out because and you know what? And talk to people. Like, dude, there was this guy who showed up. I'm gonna give his name. Actually, give me a second. I'm gonna show you guys because I really want to shout this dude out.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
because he was, and I'm gonna tell you right now. Hang on, his name was. Give me a second because I really want to make sure this guy gets the credit he deserves for this.
Yeah.
This was on, at the show. Oh my God! Please tell me I have his name. Hang on. He came from Vegas. He was Chris Bay's guy. He was Chris Bay's boy, and he came out to the show. Oh, come on, please tell me I got his Action Braxton. Have you heard of him?
Yeah.
You know
I've
Action
heard of him.
Braxton?
Yeah.
There's a team out in Vegas, FSW, and Action Braxton. He flew out. Dude, legit flew out to AAW to get seen. He's like, I flew myself out to get seen. He's like, I'm training at FSW. I'm trained by Chris Bay. That's my guy. I'm originally from Chicago. I live in Vegas now, but I wanted to come here. I've wanted to work for this company forever, and I wanted to come meet you guys. No promise of anything. He asked Hakeem, Rohit, Raju, for the Impact fans. He asked him, he's like, hey, can I, what do you think? He's like, yeah, come out. If you're up to it, come meet the team. No guarantee of a match.
I put his Twitter up in the chat.
Okay, cool. There you go. Give him a follow, guys. This dude flew himself out just to get an opportunity to talk to us. And I get it. Like, not everybody has that kind of resource. But think about that. I said, hey, I can't guarantee you anything, but give me your information. We'll see what we can do. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to come back on June 11th for the next show. I'm like, with no guarantee of being booked, but that's the hustle, Yeah, dude. I appreciate that hustle, man, because I'm going to do everything I can to get this guy on the show in some capacity, just purely based on that hustle. And he's not bad. He's pretty competent too. And, he knows his shit. So it's not like I'm just going to waste a spot here, but it's like, I appreciate that hustle, and I appreciate people who get their shit together, his social media together. So I'm like, man, if you're an indie wrestler, you need to just
show up.
Honestly.
Show the fuck up.
And they have been. I will say, man, they're showing up at AAW. There's dudes like Jeremiah Bishop, man. They show up at every show, man, to set up and to bust their ass and for that opportunity, man, show up to your local indie, help out, send your information in, get proper photos, befriend the crew,
and you never know. You never know who's watching these shows.
Dude, 100%.
So,
100%.
Just saying, you might see your favorite indie guy on WWE, on Impact, on AEW, on NWA, on ROH. You never know. So,
dude, it's the time. This is the time where people are getting opportunities, and also people are receptive to suggestions. So, like, if you know somebody who should deserve a shot, who should get a shot, but help them get buzz online. Follow the independent guys, man. Like, the big guys got their numbers. Follow these indie guys. They need that support to retweet their shit. Get into that. Go check out a free trial of IWTV or High Spots. Watch some indie stuff. There's a lot of good people out there. But man, that's my closing thoughts, Basil.
There we go. So it was good stuff. Let's wrap this up.
Let's wrap it up. All right, guys, let's wrap. All right, Basil, where can people find you and your work and everything?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at BZ. That's a B, 2 E's, 4 Z's, and a Y. If you want to see any of my recent independent work, that's at basilmahmood.com. And then any of my AEW work will be shared on any of the AEW socials. That's AEW on Twitter, All Elite Wrestling on Instagram. It's AEW on YouTube if you want to watch Dark and Elevation and Dynamite clips. And then Monday night at 7/6 Central is Elevation. Tuesdays tomorrow, 7/6 Central for Dark. And then Wednesday on TNT at 8/7 Central is Dynamite. And where could they find you, Trent?
You guys can get me at Trentberry on Twitter. Also at the show. Get me at the show. Oh, actually, no. Let me back up. Trentberry on Twitter. Also, I'm on the Total Nonstop Impact podcast. So at We Talk Impact, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. This show available on all podcast platforms: Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, Spotify, Pandora, Amazon. Rate, review, and subscribe, guys. YouTube at the Backstage Boys, Twitch.tv/the BSB Show, ProWrestlingTees.com/Backstage Boys. Get your t-shirts, guys. Pick those up. Any If you're watching YouTube right now, hit the like button real quick. It takes 2 seconds. Hit the like button. If you're watching on Twitch, hit the follow or sub button. Show some support. Show some love. Cheer some bits. We always love the support. We appreciate that, guys. If you're an indie wrestler, if you need some advice, insight, whatever, get a hold of us, guys. We've been around for a bit. I'm not trying to make it sound like we're big shots here, but we've been around. We know a lot of people. You just have advice in general, reach out to us at the BSB show, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
Might need to do a Q&A episode, maybe.
We should. That's a good idea, actually. Maybe in a couple of weeks. We'll do it in the summertime. Maybe we'll do that.
Yeah.
Let's do that in the summertime. But
we'll
guys,
it up.
any wrestlers you guys want to suggest to us just for us to check out, tweet us at the BSB show on Twitter. And I think that's it. Anything else?
No.
All right, guys, we're going to get out of it. Thank you all for joining us. Episode 90 in the books, 10 more to 100. We're on the road to 100 continues, Basil. We're going to get there soon enough. But Basil's going down to Florida. He'll be down there for AEW, so I'm sure there'll be lots to talk about next time. I have AAW Alive is going to be on Saturday on Twitch, twitch.tv/AEW Pro. Check that out. It's a free show. Check it out on Twitch this Saturday, and then we are back with another taping on the 22nd. So get your tickets for that now, guys. But other than that, guys, I think we're good to go. For Basil, anything else? We good? Anything else?
Nah.
All right, guys. Okay. We appreciate it. We'll talk to you guys, next week?
Maybe? Next week.
All right, next week. All right, guys. We'll talk to you later. Have a good night. Everybody stay safe and have a good week. Good night.
Bye.